permutation and combination. Till now I was discussing about permutation and combination, but there the object was not repeating. Now theorem 3 will give you a freedom if the objects are same kind. That I will explain with the help of one example, so you will understand what we are discussing about. Theorem number 3. The number of permutation of n object where p objects are of same kind and rest are all different. Then if you want to find out, that the formula is n factorial upon p factorial. Now what does this mean and how we can extend this up to k factorial? That we will explain later on. First of all, let us take a simple example. Say I have a ABC 3 letter and I want to arrange these 3 letters, and in how many ways you can arrange. This is very simple. All the 3 letters you can arrange. You can see all the arrangement is in front of you. ABC, ACD, this is another type of arrangement. BAC, BCA, CAB, CBE. So total 6 ways. These 3 letters you can arrange in 6 ways. But sir, how you are? Okay, here fortunately letters are less, but if there are more letters, then definitely you will not be able to, or it is difficult to express all. Then what I will do is, I will use the permutation. You know how to use this permutation 3p3. Alright, so in this 6 way you can arrange. Now, as I explained in this theorem, if you have where p objects are of same kind, suppose p object means A is of same kind, both A are same, but this is just to explain you, I am using a different color. Remember, A is A only. This is just to explain you so you can understand what is going on. Therefore, I am using a different color. Okay, so what I will do is simple. In place of B, I will put this yellow A. Alright, so please check it. B, you can consider as a B. This is also B, 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 and A. Alright, but now if you observe, if you remove this color, then AAC and this AAC is same only. Spelling is not going to change. Similarly, ACA and this CAC, that is also equal. Alright, and this last 2 are equal. Means actually it is look like a 6 arrangement, 6 combination, or we can say 6 arrangement. But actually we have only 3. Actually we have a 3. If ABC are different, then 6. If both A are equal, then I have only 3 arrangement. How I am getting total 3 factorial, and this A is coming 2 times, so I will write down 2 factorial. Alright, so total you will get 3 arrangement. Now this you can increase, means suppose P objects are of same kind. In place of P object, we have a P1, P2, Pk are of the same kind. Then you can write down total n factorial, P1 factorial, P2 factorial, P3 factorial, Pk factorial. Alright, so this is the extension of theorem number 3 only, and this we will use in an example, in an illustration, in a sum, then you will understand better. Alright, so let us see the application of this theorem. If objects are repeating, then what I will do is I will write down the denominator in the form of factorial. A is repeating 2 times. In case I have, let's say, A, B, C, D. Now A is repeating 3 times. So in the denominator, you should write down 3 factorial. Alright, like this we will use. Now let us see one example to explain you this theorem number 3. Okay, a very good example of theorem 3, or we can say theorem number 4 also. This is the direct application of these two theorems, especially theorem number 4, because that is the extension of theorem number 3. Okay, question number 10, 7.3. How many of distinct permutations, or in how many ways you can arrange of the letter in Mississippi do the 4-letter I is not come together? Okay, means in how many ways you can arrange this spelling Mississippi using the small condition all I are not coming together. Alright, so that you can understand very well. If you cannot, then don't worry. In the later part I will explain. First of all, let me analyze this word Mississippi. N is coming 1 time, I is coming 4 times, S is coming 4 times, P is 2 times. Now according to that the theorem number 4, in how many ways you can arrange, how many permutations are possible. So total number we have 11 upon whatever letter are repeating, that I will write down in the form of factorial. I is coming 4 times, 4 factorial. S is also repeating 4 times, so 4 factorial. And P is repeating 2 times, so 2 factorial. Very, very important for you. Alright, if you want to understand that theorem number 4, then this is a very good example to explain. I repeat, whatever letter are repeating, that you should divide. Alright, and the final answer is 34650. But remember here, when I am arranging this spelling, this is a total arrangement. In this arrangement, I are maybe possible they are coming together or they are not. Means just now they are separate in Mississippi. But when I am arranging all the letters, may be possible in few cases I is coming together. How they are coming together? Like this. Alright, this is an example. I is all for I am here, or it may be here, it may be here, anyway. So there are a lot of combinations are possible, lot of permutations are possible. Alright, now how to delete that? Then what I will do, I will consider all 4 I together, and that I will put as a box. That box is always coming together like this. Here, here, and here. Many are there, but I am not writing all, and I cannot also, because maybe possible few words I will miss out. Okay, so these 4 I are coming together and I am putting in one box. Now consider as another question. You can see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. This is one box and this is 8. Now this 8 letter, you can consider that box as a letter. In how many ways you can arrange? So that is 8 factorial upon here S is coming 4 times, 4 factorial, P is coming 2 times, 2 factorial. So that answer is 840. You can say if you want to put this box anywhere using this 8 letter, then 840 ways are possible, and definitely I cannot write down. Alright, so total 840 ways are there that all 4I are always together. Now your sum is almost over. What? This is the possibility. This is the outcome. This is the permutation that all the letters you can arrange necessity without or with meaning this way. But this is the condition, equation 2. All I are together. Now subtract. When you will take a subtraction, this is your answer. In this way, this is the answer that all 4I are not together. Alright? Total possibility. And then I subtract 840. Yes? Where all 4I are coming together. Means this is the answer that all 4I are not coming together. Is it clear? Okay. Very interesting question. 7.3. Last sum. Question number 11. In how many ways can a letter of the word permutation be arranged? And there are 3 questions, sub-questions. First one, the word start with P and end with S. Means we fixed 2 letters, P and S. Now first of all, as usual, I will analyze my question, analyze my word. P is coming once, E, R, N, U. Actually, only T is coming 2 times. Remaining are not repetitive. So whenever you are calculating, keep this thing in your mind. You have to divide by 2 factorial because that T is repeating 2 times. Alright? Okay, going ahead. The words start with P and end with S. Now if you count, the total number is 12. Alright? Total letters 1, 2, 3, 4 up to 12 here. Now once you fix S and P and S, it means now you have to adjust, you have to arrange, you have to find out the permutation of remaining letters, and they are other than P and S, and the total number will be 10 because total is 12. P and S you already fixed, so remaining are 10. So 10 divided by 2, as I explained you, P is repeating. Alright? So the first answer is this one. 4. Is it clear? Okay, going ahead. Second one. The vowels are all together. Now you know which are the vowels A, I, O, U. Unfortunately, all are there in this spelling permutation. Alright? That I already marked. A, E, I, O, U. So as I had calculated in a previous sum, I will consider A, E, I, O, U as a one box, and the remaining letter I will put separate. This is the one example, this is the second example, this is the third one, and so on. So here, this one box you should consider. This is in the previous sum it was all I was together. Here, all vowels are together. Okay, so one box. Then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So total number of letters will be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 and 8. Alright, so total 8 factorial upon 2 factorial. I am talking about this P into 5 factorial because this you can arrange in a 5 factorial way. Inside box you can arrange in a 5 factorial way. If A is first and A is last, then the word is different. A is somewhere over here, then word is different. So inside, in how many ways you can arrange, and that is a 5 factorial. So into 5 factorial. Alright? I repeat, 8 factorial upon 2 factorial, that is the arrangement of this one. But inside the box, there are 5 letters, and this 5 letter if you rearrange, in how many ways you can arrange, that is a 5 factorial. But last one is very, very interesting and totally different one. Here there are a lot of possibilities are there, and that you have to think. Let us see what. There are always 4 letters between P and S. We have to arrange this letter permutation in such a way that there are always 4 letters between P and S. And let us see how it is possible. So you can see over here, total 12 letters I have. Suppose I am putting my P over here at the first place. Then after 4 place, 1, 2, 3, 4. Because this 4 place you have to vacant. The condition is such, 4 letters between P and S. So the position of S will be somewhere here. This is the one way. Okay. Now very simple. First is 1 to 6 position. P is 1. Then S will be on 6th position. Now if I shift my P at the second position, means say suppose here. Alright, then automatically this S will shift over here. That you can understand very well. You can see once again 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So second position is 2, 7. I repeat. Alright. P at the first position. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 vacant place. Then S. Alright. This is the first possibility. 1 and 6. Then what is the second one? Now P I will shift to second place. Alright. Then 1, 2, 3, 4 and S will come to second. Now if you shift your P at the third place, then S will go one step ahead. That is 3, 8. Alright. I am doing a simple calculation. 1, 6. 6. Then 7. Then 8. Same. Then 3, 8. After 3, 8 is a 4. So 8 will shift to 9. And this is possible up to 7. Alright? Because you cannot go beyond 12. Total number of places we have at 12. So 7, 12. But remember, how many ways? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. This is for P is keeping first and S is coming at the second place. Now it is not mentioned that which letter is coming first. Only the mentioned thing is there are always 4 letters between P and S. Means may be possible S is coming first and then P is coming. Means if you interchange these two, another 7 possibility. So total number of possibility I have, that is 14. Remember, I am arranging my P and S in a such a way that there are always 4 letters in between. And in how many ways I can arrange, that is in 14 ways. But this is only for P and S. Remaining letters are still left. Means you already use P and S. So it means now I have a 10 letter, 10 factorial upon 2 factorial as I explained into 14. Alright, and why it is 14 that you can understand. Because for P and S, we have 14 possibilities. Alright, this is the 1, 2, 3, 4. Alright, and like 14. Then calculate it. Calculation is little bit long, but you have to do. Alright. So please keep a note of it. Write down in your notebook, because these sums are very, very difficult to understand. If it is not written in front of you, then from the video it is difficult to remember. Alright? So kindly take a note of it, and if you have any doubt, you just let me know. Very important question.